With the airship under construction, we check back in with our interns as they continue their aquatic adventure amongst admirable amigos. Will they reunite with the heroes, or will they end up shipwrecked with scurvy? Find out in this week's episode of The Hapless Heroes.
Things loosen up with age, young man.
Hello and welcome once again to the Hapless Heroes podcast. My name is Dave and I will be your host and dungeon master for this evening. Let's start with my left as I fuck up the names of every single character at this table. We have Mike as Murph Eastlaw.
Oh, hello. How are you today?
Oh, boy.
We have John as the incomprehensible Dr. Dudu.
It is I.
To his left, we have Francesco bringing a new character to the table, or a new old character to the table in Tabi Ostermont.
Well, hi there, fellas.
To his left, we have James as Stenton Crossbreeze.
Due to an unfortunate work accident, I would just like to inform everyone, Stenton's jaw has been rewired shut.
I see.
Man's got a glass jaw.
Can't take a punch.
And to his left, we have Massimo as the artist known as Chubbs.
I've killed before, and I will kill again.
Oh, this is going to be a good night.
I was carrying something with Frankie, and he dropped it, and it hit me in the face. So my jaw has been wired shut again.
Can you still speak through your teeth with your jaw wired shut?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's been.
Big time.
He's actually probably better at it now.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
been
Like 2 years.
Certain letters are harder than others.
Yep. So our dear friend Zach was unable to be here tonight, so Pregnart will be unable to be with us for this adventure.
And we promise we will not do any Pregnart impressions.
Not one.
That is for Zach and Zach alone. Only he can tame the frog.
Or we could
yeah,
all
also
do
we're really
one.
bad at it.
We're also
We could all do
fucking
one,
terrible.
So we're all guilty?
No.
Just for all the ASMR he does into the microphone, you don't want to get him back. So you know how much this would piss him off. But hey, you're passing on it. I don't want to bring it back up, but you get a chance, man. Take it. Take it.
We'll see. I'm not feeling particularly salty with him right now, so, you know.
Fair enough.
not
I tried.
here to just-
I tried, Zach. I tried.
You tried it.
Yeah, so you can remember the betrayal. So just make sure you know it was me. Right?
So we're on a boat, right?
Yes, we are on a boat. The hapless interns and everybody else who's been, for whatever reason, sucked into the orbit of the heroes of the Kingdom of Vesh have all sort of made their way onto this boat. Now, one thing about sea travel that I'm not sure if it really came up yet is nowadays people only do it for two reasons. Either they're getting paid a shit ton of money, or they're on what amounts to a floating party hotel. And the reason for this is such. Sea travel is really fucking long.
Indeed.
Like, really long.
So we've all spent a good amount of time with each other in very close proximity.
Yes,
is what you're saying.
you
Okay.
have. So we've taken...
We're essentially
our-
sailing south like a long... It's a
few months journey.
Yeah, it's a very long journey.
We're going to be
West.
probably getting to Dragonport when the airship is done.
Like
Yeah.
going under, what's it,
Yeah.
Cape of Hope or whatever. Which one's that one?
The Sea of...
No.
I don't know
Southern
how
Africa.
long it would take for a qualified sailing crew to take a boat from High Rock to Dragonport, but I know it's going to take your barely competent asses about 2 months.
At least. Right. If we do everything right.
Yeah. It's going to take however long it takes to put you in the city at a time for optimum fun.
Yes. So, yeah. How long has it been since we started this? At this point now.
Right now, I want to at least zoom in on the party at about a month at sea.
Okay. That's a
Maybe-
fair amount of time.
James, didn't you have a little plot you wanted to introduce with Frankie and
Stenton,
yeah?
you've been kind of.
I can't remember if that was on camera or not.
You've kind of
As it
had a like Stenton has a history with Frankie, right?
Oh, yes.
You've been sort of his.
Well, I do all the
babysitter?
work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
We both get paid, and I do all the work.
Yes, that's exactly the way things should be.
So even when I need him, I had my beautiful voice back.
You had your beautiful voice back until about 3 days before right now that we're zooming in on.
Okay, here we go.
So we're sailing, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
we're
we
sailing.
are at sea on a boat.
Yes.
Frankie is doing one of the two things he's really good at. Barfing over the side of the boat. He's turned out to be an all-star at this. Frankie Wilde cannot travel by sea.
He actually.
And he's making the experience miserable
Oh no.
for everybody. Because the other one of two things he's really good at is not doing a goddamn thing.
He took both of those things to the max in re-injuring my jaw.
Yes.
Stenton and Frankie were moving the jib sail.
So by that you mean you were moving the jib sail.
Yep, I had Frankie guiding out.
I was
towards
hindering
the-
his ability, his efforts to move the jib sail.
So when Frankie got near the edge of the boat, he succumbed to seasickness, and rather than holding on like a fucking man, he let go. The sail swung out of control, and because Sten's a barbarian, he took it right in the jaw again. Boom. Jaw wired shut.
Now, was this starboard or
a jib
poop
to the
deck?
face.
Jib to the face.
Jib to the jaw.
Jib to the jaw. Oh,
Nobody wants to be there.
You got your jaw
But
jib.
I think we've had enough of this jibber jobber.
yes, you're right. You're absolutely right, Dave.
Jabberwocky?
No.
But
they're
I would
great.
love to be on a crew without him.
This was less of a snicker snack and more of a splat.
But anyways, a couple days in the med tent, so that's why we waited 3 days. A couple days to get my jaw wired shut. Come back.
Yeah.
I'm all right. I'm back. Stenton is back to work. Fully
Yeah.
back. Doctor's note, no restrictions.
Well, Dr. Dedue's note.
Doctor
Yes.
signed by the only real doctor on the ship.
I'm not that
Yeah.
kind of doctor.
You are now.
You're not the other kind of doctor either.
True. I'm trying to think about how like Tabby would. I feel like Tabby would just be avoiding Frankie, because like you
Yeah.
know, he's like okay. So Tabby's like he was a little kid like when the party like last hung out with him. And then he came back like out of some portal from another dimension like without 31 squared, and he's like 18 years old now.
He's grown.
He's seen some shit.
Right. And he's seen some shit, but he hasn't really been around a lot of people, like people, like these people, like on this, like back on his home plane of existence.
Yeah. And these are the people that he's with.
Yes.
Yes.
So I feel like Tabby would probably be getting to, like, talking to whoever was the most approachable.
No.
Yeah, no.
Hi there!
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I would.
You must forgive me. What's your name again?
Oh, I'm Tabby. Tabby Ostermont.
Oh, I don't know why, but I can't seem to remember names all of a sudden.
It's all right, man. It's cool. Yeah, it's Tabby.
Great.
Do you want me to write it down for you?
No, I'll lose it.
Oh, okay. That's all right. That's all right. So how did these folks end up? How did you end up working for the heroes?
Who are the heroes?
The like Hoblet and Quinn.
Oh, right. Yeah, I'm not sure. You know, things just keep I lose it out of my mind all of a sudden. I don't know what's going on.
I see. Are you all right? Like, do we need to see a doctor? I mean, that bird person's a doctor, right?
I am a doctor.
I feel like Dr. Dedude just appears out of nowhere. Anytime someone says the word doctor,
flies by up to the crow's nest.
There just seems to be this weird, like, fuzz in my head, and, like, I'll go to sleep tonight, and tomorrow I'll be fine.
All right. I mean, that's all right. I mean, yeah, you just get some rest then. So, doctor, maybe I could ask you something. What's up with that guy? And I'm going to point at Chubbs, who's probably, staring off into nothing right now?
So when Chubbs boarded the ship, he brought with him 2 twin ferns. Huge, luscious, full ferns.
Okay.
And he is wearing a ghillie suit that is matching said ferns.
Okay.
So I have been carrying these 2 ferns around with me and sitting directly in the middle of them, camouflaged by the ferns, in the ferns, completely silent for this entire month up to this point. And just every once in a while, you can just see him cast Goodberry and
Some berries appear in your hand.
yeah, a few just for sustenance, because he does have to eat, and just eat a berry every once in a while to kind of keep myself alive. But other than that, I've been completely silent and just watching over everything. Like at the back of the ship, you know how there's that little deck at the back of the ship.
Are we all aware that you have been doing this?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Okay. So Murph walks up to the ferns and go, where do these ferns come from?
I say nothing.
He said nothing to me.
Let it be known that Stenton, I'm assuming, is kind of taking sort of the work, maybe.
You still have Basha, too. Basha.
I mean,
And-
maybe
and
I'm
the
not
crew.
the smartest
Yeah.
guy, but I know the grunt work that needs to be done. I have not asked Chubbs to do anything. I have asked all the rest of you to complete tasks to which you've completed at various levels of success.
Have I?
I have literally not asked Chubbs to do an MF thing.
I don't remember.
Yeah, your work has been forgettable.
All I'm saying is that,
Well, that's not very nice.
Frankie has
You'll forget it tomorrow.
watered the ferns on several occasions.
boy.
That's the only fucking thing Frankie's done is watered the ferns, and no one asked him to do it.
Well,
There
it's
were
possible he barfed on
There were-
around the
Yeah,
ferns
there
as
were
well.
also air quotes when he said watered.
Yeah.
I didn't see him. I was looking.
Peeing into
off.
Chubbs' ferns every once in a while.
Well, Chubbs has been sitting in the same place for a month, so he's peed there plenty of times. Just sitting in a puddle of my own piss and everybody else's apparently that was watering the plants.
So I just want to make a comment, right? So because this is like Tabi is trying to talk to a responsible person who's hanging out here and not working, right? So I guess I'm still directing this at Dr. Dedu. All I'm saying is that we're traveling with this guy's got an amnesia, this guy who I don't even know if he's all right.
How close is he when he's talking to me?
I mean, we're probably in maybe a common room. Or
Everybody is always in earshot of everybody.
Yeah,
It's,
it's
right.
not
It's
like
a
a
confined space.
It's ships a lot. It's not like a fucking yacht.
That's why every time someone says doctor, fucking Dr. Dedu comes flying in. Like,
Literally flying in.
There's a guy above deck who the only words I ever heard come out of his mouth are "wee," and he seems like he knows what he's doing still, but it's kind of weird. It's just weirding me out, man. And then I mean, there's that dwarf who's he's just not really nice, but he's at least he's helping. Now he's steering the
Now,
ship and
as you're
stuff.
mid-sentence, Dr. Dedu's long gooseneck goes into his little rump sack and pulls out some more cocktail sausages.
and he's just eating them without his hands or anything.
Yeah.
I'm just
Pretty much swallowing cocktail sausages.
as a goose person would.
Yes.
Oh my god, this is amazing. But I mean, to me, but to Tabi, he's just worried because it's he's now stuck on a ship, right, with a bunch of people who.
I just came back from my frogman.
Right.
I don't know if I can get through this episode.
I could have gone into the plot hook, but I decided that I was just
Wait it
going
out.
to zoom in on the party in a confined space and let comedy happen.
Let's catch up a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's catch up a little bit, anyways, with them. But I'm
Yeah.
just trying to also get into the room here because it's I'm just a kid, and I've seen my own shit, but like,
This is weird.
No, this is perfect. Absurd comedy like this needs a straight man, and Tabby is our straight man who
I'm
Hey,
trying.
the listener
Hey,
gets to
Tommy.
interpret this Dada-esque thing through.
Right.
Tommy.
It's Tabby.
Tommy.
Tabby
Tommy.
with a B.
Where did you come from?
Well, I'm from here, but I haven't been back here in a while. It's really hard to explain. So Zero could tell you more about it when you see him. It's different planes of existence, time dilation. It's a whole thing.
I like how Murph is nodding along like he fucking understands everything that he's saying.
Well, he might. He's very smart.
Well, I'm actually a very smart halfling. Unfortunately, something is wrong with my brain currently.
I mean, you couldn't tell.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, I've been on the ship with him for a month.
Right.
Yeah.
True.
as you're explaining
Something
all
right with
this,
that kid.
you hear Chubbs, and maybe you see him, maybe you don't. But you hear him murmur a few things into the ferns. He looks at one, just goes,
That fern is talking.
and then to the other.
Frankie leans over and whispers, "That means you're doing just the right dosage. Keep it up, kid."
But I'm not taking any dosages of anything.
I don't know, man. You can't remember anything.
That's the right answer.
Maybe you did take. Maybe you did take something.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, maybe.
Maybe
I
he
don't
did.
remember.
Did Frankie dose Murph or something? Like, that's not cool.
Did he?
Did he? No.
Of course not. Frankie doesn't share.
I think that Tubby's gonna go above deck and ask the Dwarfson, when does he, like, are we there yet, essentially?
Right.
Are we, so, how much longer are we gonna be at sea, man?
We got about 30 more days.
Oh, right, okay. That's, okay. All right. I can work with that.
Yes, you can.
Oh, good. All right. Well, it's great talking to you, I guess. I'm gonna leave now.
Yes, you are.
Great. This was great. This dialogue we had.
We knew the Dwarfson is kind of a brick wall. That's his coping mechanism here. Although that was him before too.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna go back below deck, and I'm just gonna. I'm gonna hang out. I'm gonna stick with. Strangely, I trust Doctor to do more than anyone else right now. So I'm gonna just like hang out with him.
I take offense to that.
I'm just. You're not gonna remember anything. It's just. It would be better to have a conversation with you when we can like exchange some things.
But doesn't that mean I'm the most trustworthy?
He's making a
if you
good point.
look at it in a certain perspective, if I were to tell you a secret, but I don't want there to be secrets. Like I want to trust all y'all. Like that's
That's fair, Toddy. Thanks.
top. Never mind. Never mind. That's cool. I'll take that. I knew what you meant.
So things carry on.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They carry on.
So
They carry on.
Do days go by?
Yes, and still, I think about you.
Damn it. Okay.
Oh right.
Do days go by, Murph? Who knows?
So
Yeah, I don't.
days go by.
Allegedly,
And
yeah.
we're at about a week out now from Dragonport.
Oh okay. Wow. Can't imagine what those next few weeks were like.
They were harrowing. Everything smells just a little bit worse.
Well, everyone's peeing on the deck.
And Stenton's the only one mopping.
But there's but there's a bilge. That's what it's for, isn't it?
Yes, and the Dwarfson has been trying to remind people of basic sanitation techniques
The dwarf?
for 3 weeks.
Dwarfson.
All right.
Yeah.
There's like bird shit all over the boat, frog goop.
I wonder where that
Frog goop.
came from. Frog goop.
Yeah, whatever residue
Ew.
Pregnart leaves behind. Pretty
Right.
Much, yeah.
A lot
It
of
does.
vomit.
Which is weird because normal frogs don't leave residue like
I
that.
mean,
but
that's-
Pregnart still does.
That's why you're supposed to scrub the decks, but I mean, like, was it pretty much? I mean, I feel like Tabby would try to help out a little bit. He is an able young man,
Yeah.
but like,
Tommy is an able young man who raised himself and is barely an adult.
Well, he had 31 squared for a while, but they lost each other.
Imagine how much a 5 foot tall goose shits.
Thank you. I wasn't doing that before.
And those like real goose turds are already pretty intense.
and all over.
Can't you just fly over the?
He tried.
Over the fucking.
He's an old
He
goose.
doesn't try. Your aim is horrible. He doesn't try.
Yeah, can't you at least-
I found some in my wizard bag.
He tries.
I mean, doctor, as a doctor, wouldn't you understand that the importance of sanitation when we're all on a small vessel? I feel like maybe can't you just fly and maybe take a shit in the sea and then come back here?
Things loosen up with age, young man.
There's the
trap.
When you're right, you're right.
Murph is so glad that he's gonna forget that later.
Ooh, that tickled me. That was so good.
Oh my god.
Oh, god damn.
So a week out from port, things are bad. It's starting to look like a plague ship descending upon Dragonport.
It's gotten so bad that Stenton's really only cleaning half the deck, and that's where he's staying most of the time. Because you guys are fucking gross. You're all fucking gross. And he tells you it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying, man.
You're not. I've seen your work ethic. I'm a gladiator. I'm a hard man to please.
And I really can't wait to see the heroes. I can't wait to see my friends again.
Me neither. I can do some work.
So, as we move on another 6.5 days, and we're not far out from port now,
Oh, shoot.
you can literally see stink lines coming up off of the ship.
Sorry.
Other ships can also see stink lines coming off of the ship. And as you approach the port at Dragonport, there seem to be several official ships kind of waiting at the end of the harbor, specifically for you.
Official ships, you say?
Yes.
Okay. What banners are they?
They
flying?
are flying the banners of, Dragonport.
Darakeen Protectorate.
Yeah, they would be flying the Darakeen Protectorate standard.
Okay.
Darakeen Protectorate Police Department.
Womp womp.
Well, while we're as we're approaching the shore
Yeah.
or the dock, everybody on the ship just starts to see what obviously looked like water as we were coming in. Now looks like a burning field of ferns, a burning fern field, all the way up around our boat, about 150 feet, and
Like an image of it?
Wait a minute.
no, it's just what it
Hold
is.
on a
Just
second.
what it looks like. We are rolling through. It's 150 feet cubed, squared around our ship. It's just a burning field of ferns.
What?
Yeah, as we approach the shore, and
Where are they coming from? Are they just floating or what?
it just looks like we are just like floating along.
Like this?
Correct.
Jesus Christ.
What are you doing?
It just looks
to
like
do that?
a burning field.
That's like what we look like from the sky.
How do you do that, and why?
Oh, yeah, are you like are you casting something?
Yes.
Or, okay, this is magic. Okay.
So, yes,
What happens if somebody goes into the ferns?
literally nothing. But
So it's just an image.
it just is just an image that everybody sees, and is probably intimidated by as we
Yeah.
approach the shore.
Well,
You might hope.
it's gonna do something.
I feel like Tommy would look at you, man. What's with all the flaming magic, man? Like we're rolling up into a port, like we're supposed to be here. Like don't scare. This is the law. Like we don't want them to kill us. Like we gotta get to our friends.
The ferns stay silent.
The ferns stay silent.
I am a part of the
Plural.
ferns now.
Okay. So I made my first check over here, and it came up one of our 2 standard rolls that we make around here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this is going to be a knock-on effect. So
A spell was cast.
a spell was cast.
Wait, what happened?
My check on this side had nothing to do with that, though.
Oh,
Wait,
even
Great.
better.
Thanks.
Well, it has to do with something else going on. So the first thing I'd like you to do, Chubbs, is make an intelligence saving throw.
I missed it.
Fuck. 8.
Chubbs is immediately rendered unconscious,
Okay.
and the illusion dispels instantly.
The ferns go away. God damn it. That was such a good idea.
Okay.
And now the two official ships start pulling up. They're maybe about 50 yards out. Just kind of a little run around the table to see what you guys are doing before they get in on and start this sort of social encounter.
Safe
Right.
to assume the Dorfson is not engaging in hostile driving tactics?
No.
Okay.
He is driving in a straight line coming into the port as
Okay.
he would be to meet them.
Right.
Do we have on the deck of the ship any boxes, barrels, things of that nature?
I'm going to say that there is one empty barrel.
There's one empty barrel.
Yes, it's an empty barrel that has a bottom that you could put over the top of you or something if you needed to.
If I needed to.
Yeah.
I want to hang
But
out
it's
by that barrel.
there. Just because whoever was supposed to put it away or reuse it didn't. It was just left out on the deck.
Totally fine. I'm trying to.
Is it?
I'm trying to make sure that I am protected because I don't know what these people are going to do, and I'm not much of a talker myself. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
I mean, Stenton's up top,
Yeah.
Yeah.
hanging.
So you're up top, like on the deck or in the crow's nest?
Dr.
no,
Dedue's
on
in the
deck.
crows. Yeah. Dr. Dedu
Yeah,
flew up
Dr.
to the
Dedu has
crow's nest.
Dr.
shit.
Dedu is in the
Have
goose's
you
roost.
seen the fucking crow's nest?
Goose's roost.
You
The
beat
goose
me
is
to
roost.
it.
So, and he, while he's up there, will ring a little bell 3 times.
Okay, so the bell is ringing. Let's take a look in on Murph. What are you up to?
I am leafing through my spell book just to remind myself of my spells.
Where? Where?
Yeah,
on
that's
the boat.
Up top or down below?
Up top.
okay. So you are on the main deck of the ship.
Sure.
And Chubbs is unconscious.
Chubbs is now unconscious between two ferns.
Right.
Slumped over though, I'm not like laying prone.
Okay.
I am just slumped over, basically clutching these 2 giant ferns.
Yeah.
I'm one with the ferns.
So the 3 of you are the only conscious people on the deck.
Okay. Good.
All right. So now the official boats kind of come up along both sides there, and what looks to be an official steps to the boat that's on the starboard side of your ship.
Okay.
The first thing he says, some very creative spell casting there. It was honestly seamless. We wouldn't have even known where to look for it if it weren't, completely out of sync with its environment. What kind of madman do you have on board?
I'm not talking. Who's talking?
We're here just trying to complete some business.
See, we had some concerns that there was plague on this ship or something to do with the undead from the ungodly smell and stench coming from it.
Now, I assure you, we are all very living and very much looking forward to being on shore.
Who is running this boat?
I'm going to look at the Dwarfson, and is Stenton above deck? I'm going to look at the 2 of them. And hopefully one of them says something. Like, my eyes are kind of just darting between the 2 of them.
If the Dwarfson doesn't immediately speak up, which it sounds like he's not,
Yeah.
Stenton is just going to say, "How can I help you?"
Okay. I guess I'll take what I can get here. Can you begin it? Sure, why not? Let's use the cliche. Begin at the beginning. Who on earth are you? And why have you brought this garbage scow into our city?
Tell them about the heroes, right? People gotta know about them. Tell them about the heroes, man.
We are meeting our friends, the heroes of the kingdom of Vesh. They are expecting us.
You have friends?
Turns out.
Like he can hardly believe his nose at this.
Right.
Okay. So, since we have some very obvious concerns about your ship, and obviously the claim you've just made to us needs just the slightest amount of verification.
What concerns?
And you just see his eyes pan incredulously from left to right. They're as big as, like, dinner plates right now. His
Wow,
eyes
he's
are
d-
The stench
gaping.
of our ship is visible.
Yeah, like how?
From the
And in fact, after a few seconds, he actually starts verbalizing his thoughts. How have you survived this?
Well, when you sail, the odor goes behind you.
from the back of the ship, you see this little halfling going, "Hi, hello, hi there, new person."
Oh wow, he's way too chipper for the rest of us.
And as that's going on, Frankie runs to the railing closest to there
Oh, no.
and starts immediately hurling over the edge and making the most dramatic, vile, horrific sounds. And now we're going to flash cut to a couple hours in the future from there.
Oh shit. Okay. I was gonna say, do any of the officials recognize Frankie Wilde? He was famous.
Excuse me while I roll.
We get to that part.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the third out of 4 rolls for that same thing.
Wow.
Oh yeah, that's the thing you have.
I
Right?
finally was less confused, and now I'm confused again.
Oh, that really sucks.
You should get that checked out.
Out of curiosity,
Am I awake yet?
No.
We will be getting to that as well.
out of curiosity, what spell was it that you used to project that like fucking crazy image?
Oh, that's hallucinatory terrain. So, at any point in time, I can make a 150-foot cube look like something
Whatever.
that it's not.
That's incredible.
Not that it does anything. It does not impede you at all.
no,
It just
but, like, you'd
literally
have to-
looks,
yeah, it's an illusion you have
Just
to
an
see
illusion.
through, or else it
Yes.
looks fucking real.
or else it looks
Yeah.
real.
No, it was a fantastic spell.
Damn,
And
that's so cool.
if it weren't completely incongruous with its terrain, they may not have noticed it.
I think maybe that was the point. You know,
Yeah.
there was a whole Fern
Yeah.
theme thing going on here. Whoever got it, you know, it's great. I mean, you know, like, obviously Chubbs was with the Ferns.
Yeah. So the Derakine Protectorate's answer to the counterspell is some Ulian artifact that they've gotten hold of that they can turn on spellcasters and shut them off with.
Oh shit,
Damn it.
that's borderline. You know,
It's got its limits,
Yeah.
but it's not bad for law enforcement in a magical community to have.
that's very true.
Hoblet stick is so hard right now.
Yeah, once,
That would just be the coolest fucking thing to own.
especially
If I ever got
after
right.
the Beholder did the anti-magic thing to you, you realize how powerful that is to just shut off all the magic on something.
Yeah.
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 Didn't feel good. Didn't like that, huh?
No.
Nope.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'll write up the rules for that later in case
It's
it
fine.
comes up.
Yeah, in case. Yeah, that'd be good
Yeah.
because you know you never know.
Yeah.
You've implanted it into their brains. Something might happen here.
Something might happen. So now we cut to the party, who have all been sort of detained in a little area at the side of the port where they are quarantining the ship.
Did we get prison showers? On the way in, did they make us go up against the wall and hose us down?
Well, I was going to make it more humane, but since you gave me the idea, yes. You get blasted off with fire hoses.
Yikes! This is not good.
I mean, as a
It's not
gladiator,
fun.
this is not the first time Stenton's been blasted off with a fire hose, so
Wow. Okay.
yeah.
I'm not gonna go there.
I mean, there's certain arenas you got to do that before they'll let you fight. You got to clean your ass. So,
Yeah, I've been in jail before.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little like upset about.
Hold on a second. Oh my god. I just have to. Do you watch The Office?
No.
Oh my god, you should.
There's no prison mic here.
There's a scene where the gay character in The Office like says that I don't know, he's like gotta go to jail or something about jail, and the socially aloof guy's like, dude, you don't know about jail? You would love jail. And he's just like, and he walks away.
Jesus Christ.
You don't know about jail?
Anyways,
So, and you guys are in what is a very boring DMV style waiting area. Not very big like the DMV, but
so we're like in a waiting area.
yes, you're in a waiting area with a kind of one of those one-way mirror kind of glass things at the
Similar
end.
to how the heroes were interrogated and stuff like that, right? They do a lot of that here. This is very
Apparently.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of the same materials and stuff.
Got it.
Dragonport is, as far as municipalities go, not a very imaginative bunch. So they're gonna stick to a formula and they're gonna go with it. This is a different place than the heroes were processed, but you wouldn't necessarily know it.
Okay.
Got it. Makes sense.
Yeah. So you're there, all sitting on very quasi-comfortable chairs. Like, I don't want to say uncomfortable, but you know how they are in waiting rooms. All of varying but equally unappealing colors, and like the word of the room is taupe. It's not.
Are there any plants in the room?
Of course.
Did you bring your plants with you?
Yes.
Well, then yes, there are 2 ferns in the room.
At some point during this wait, Dr. Dedu passes a transmuter stone.
Wait, is that a kidney stone?
Hold on a second.
Can I
Is that
get
like
a
a kidney
definition?
When
that
you
like-
say pass.
Is that like a
Who
goose
did you
egg?
pass it to?
You don't know where it came from, but he's going to hand one to Tabi.
Gross. You have no idea where that's been.
One question: is it slimy?
I cleaned it off.
So it was slimy. It used
And
to
you've
be
been,
slimy.
hold on a minute, you've been in the same waiting room as him and you have not seen a towel. So did he clean it off with?
That's what you
His-
call his prison wallet.
I mean,
It's perfectly smooth and round.
I'm gonna hold it in my hand. It's perfectly smooth and round. Mm-hmm. Is it spherical or is it oblong?
It's spherical.
Okay.
And would he notice the effects of it?
That's
Probably
a
not.
great question. I don't think so.
I don't think he would.
Well, actually, I can. I mean, I'm actually a little bit well versed in magic. I'd like to maybe see if I can understand this, or can you just tell me?
Yes, make an Arcana check on the slightly moist orb in your hand.
Slightly moist is still moist.
Gross. Yeah, there's no level of moistness. You either
Can we
moist
just stop
or
using
not
that
moist.
word?
Yeah. No, I
What word
refuse.
do you use to
No,
describe
because
it?
I'm looking for a
Something
certain amount of
slightly wet.
revulsion.
Slightly wet.
That's way longer than moist.
14.
14. All right, since I don't know what a transmuter stone is either, how
Why
about
don't
you
you
describe it for the both of us?
It should give you some special qualities, and those include dark vision, 10-foot increased speed with it when unencumbered, proficiency in constitution saving throws, and resistance to either acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder damage.
Whoa. Hold on, let me read that.
I cannot wait for more.
That's what I'm waiting for.
I can't wait.
So hold on, it gives the wielder one of the following.
Okay.
So which one is it?
Which one?
enchanted with?
So
Yeah.
How many are there?
I'll let
One,
you pick.
2, 3.
You just pick one of those options. And that's what it does. Oh, you're just gonna roll it. All right.
You have dark vision for 60 feet.
Oh, that's great. I'm human, so I didn't actually have dark vision before this. For 8 hours?
In 8 hours, I can create one that gives its wielder one of the following.
Wow, so you've been passing that for 8 hours?
The benefit is chosen at creation, and I can only have one active stone at a time.
Okay.
Oh.
So as long as I'm holding it, I have dark vision?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thanks, man.
You're welcome.
You know, I'm not even gonna ask where it came from. Like that's mighty kind of you. That's pretty
I
nifty.
would recommend you don't.
Tell him anyways.
So like on my like studded leather armor, I'm just gonna like there's like are those like little pockets, right?
Yeah.
They're like it's almost like a bandolier of pockets I have.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just gonna put it in one of them.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
You may still want to wash your hands.
I mean, when we can.
Yes, because you can't right now.
Yeah. Wait, hold on a second. Do I have prestidigitation? Damn it, I don't.
Yeah. So you guys are in the room, sort of waiting for a little while.
Okay.
And by a little while, I mean 2 hours.
Cool.
Oh my god.
Because everything can be solved with a dice roll, it turns out.
I've just in that 2 hours, I've taken that time to survey the entrances and exits to this waiting room that we're in. I just want to know where all the doors are, just in case.
There are 2 doors.
Okay.
So in front of the seats that you are is the long wall with the two-way glass.
Okay.
There are doors on both the right and the left from the room, and you entered from your left as you're sitting.
So I need to make an investigation check right now to check to make sure there are no secret doors in this room I'm in.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see, investigation. It's gonna be a 9.
A 9. It's a good question. Doesn't look like there's one, although something about the wall in the back left corner looks a little weird.
I'm gonna keep my eye on it. I'm not gonna act on it
Okay.
because I can't leave a room without searching it for secret doors.
Okay.
He lived hard for a long time.
So before we leave this room, I need to make sure there's no secret doors.
There might be.
It's a real flaw from the archaeologist background. I can't leave a room without
Fantastic.
searching it for secret doors. I was like, absolutely, I'm
Yeah.
taking that one.
Yeah, that's
absolutely.
Now-
I'm searching every fucking room for secret doors.
These doors, do they have windows? Can we see outside of the room?
Okay, are they solid or is there like a little like looking?
No, they're solid
like-
doors.
They're solid doors.
Yes.
Yeah, good question. That's
Yeah.
helpful to know.
But are you up to anything while you're in here? Actually, Chubbs, are you sitting on one of the seats or are you doing something bizarre with your ferns?
I'm in the corner,
Squatting between them.
more like a haunch, like I'm on my haunches.
Oh, so the Slav squat between 2 ferns.
Correct.
All right.
Okay. Wait, I think we all know.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
I believe that I am invisible in these ferns.
Gotcha. Okay.
Every once in a while, you just hear like a grunt come out in the direction of one or the other.
It's amazing. All right, Stenton, you're just waiting patiently, I assume.
Sitting.
All right. Frankie is starting to look a little better. He's
Oh,
not at
good.
least actively barfing all over the place right now.
I thought you were gonna say worse, and like I was just expecting worse. So I'm really glad he's
No,
doing okay.
he's been detained before. This is not a single digit rodeo for
This
him.
is that
Yeah.
is truer words have never been spoken.
Like you don't reach rock stardom by staying on the right side of the law.
What do you think the rock is for? It's crack rock. In Frankie's case, it's crack rock. And he got caught
Fran,
selling
why do
it
you
a whole
keep
bunch
putting
of times.
drinks near your face when any of us are talking?
Allegedly. Well, when the fuck else am I supposed to take a sip? If I'm not talking, someone else is. I have to sip my drink sometimes.
And sample it
dangerous.
through your sinuses at some point too, I'm sure.
Listen, it's I signed up for this. It's true.
Yeah, I mean, it is true. So Frankie is starting to look a little bit better. You know, he's almost a functional human being at this point, especially seeing as it's sort of turning out. Part of the reason he was so seasick for most of it is because he was in heavy withdrawal the whole way.
Oh,
60
Frankie.
days of withdrawal.
Yes.
Oh,
Sounds
Frankie.
terrible.
60 days of withdrawal and seasickness.
Oh,
That's
Frankie.
It's not been a good time.
So is there like a table in here?
No, there is no table.
There's only
There's
uh,
only the plastic chairs.
Not even
So-
a magazine rack or anything.
Not a thing.
God damn.
Dr. Dedu is like pacing back and forth and then trying to sit in the chair, but you know how like birds sit? So like he can't really fit with his wings and the little plastic chair.
I
and
just
then,
like to
get up and
imagine your
pace.
legs are just sticking straight out.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
no proper way to do it.
Right. He tried a couple times now, and now he might just kind of like poof himself down on the floor in like a big tuft of gray feathers.
I can't help but keep picturing that artwork I found on Reddit that
Oh,
I
yeah.
put on our Discord.
That was perfect.
Whoever that artist was, like, I mean, like, if one of those like goose persons, I swear to you, like, that is Doctor Dedue. Like,
Yep.
they didn't even know it, but they drew Doctor Dedue.
Yep.
It's just this frazzled, feathered goose person, long neck, and oh my god, it's
Yep.
just fucking. You look wacky.
And so, yeah. Where was I? Where was I?
We're in the room.
We're waiting.
Yeah,
for 2
you're
hours.
in the room and out of the opposite door from where you came in. So on your right, as you're sitting facing the two-way glass, the official from earlier comes into the room. He's looking a little worse for wear. His uniform is unbuttoned at the collar. It's stained curiously in a few different places with a few different colors, none of which match each other or the uniform he's in. His glasses are slightly askance, and he comes in shaking his head. Over the last few hours, I've learned 2 things. One is that you are all disgusting. Each in your own separate, distinct, and individual ways. You're all disgusting. And I am worse for having experienced it.
Wow.
And
Well,
second,
that's just mean.
despite all of this, somehow, you're friends with the right people. Or at least you're not lying about knowing the, and he puts up his fingers for air quotes, heroes of the kingdom of Vesh.
Why did he put up the air quotes?
Well, now, what have you learned about judging a book by its cover?
That's what the covers of books are literally for. Is for judging the book.
I can't necessarily disagree with you there.
Why
Touche,
is the
my friend.
fern raising its hand?
Is the door open behind you?
The door is open behind him, yes.
Okay. You now see the fern magically poof. How far into the room are we?
You are. Well, the room is about 20 feet wide, and you said the back right corner. right?
Correct.
You're about 8 feet from the door.
Okay. I am now. Oh, this is great. 52 feet in there's a hallway. I am all the way down that hallway. Out of the room.
Okay. So you can't quite see down that hallway.
Okay. As far as I can see down that hallway,
You
I'm
can
there.
really see to only a few feet outside the door,
Then
just
I'm
because
about
of the angle you're at.
a few feet outside the door.
All right, so you do that.
And you're just sitting there between your ferns
I got
on the
it,
other
yes,
side
yes.
of the door.
Did you take the
Correct.
ferns with you?
Yep.
Are you moving any further with said ferns?
That depends. How many people noticed what I just did?
All of
Literally all of them.
You just disappeared and reappeared. We're all in the same fucking room. Who noticed? Who's got a passive perception over 1?
Yeah, that's gonna be a 15.
Then I am gonna say that I am
Literally all of the people in the room and the people you weren't accounting for on the other side of the glass.
Right.
I am like at a slow walk, almost like a crawl. Like if I was like laying,
Are you still
prone and
holding your
crawling-
ferns?
Yeah.
I was hoping it'd be-
that's how far we're like. I'm traveling with these ferns.
I was hoping it'd be like one of
Down
those
this hallway.
cartoonish, like tiptoe, like
Right.
you know what I'm talking about? Like
Yeah.
the,
It's just I'm basically just like sliding over like toe by toe, inch by inch with
Okay.
these first dragging them along.
Chubbs, I would like you to make a perception check.
Sure.
I don't know him.
Yeah, it's this.
We don't know him.
Neither do I. Never said a word to me.
20.
20.
Modified
Good.
20.
Your modified 20 perception shows you very clearly that at the end of this 30-foot hallway, there is a very clearly. I was looking for a portmanteau between amused and perplexed, but permused just doesn't sound right.
Oh,
so.
it totally sounds right.
And I
That's
lied.
exactly what I was going
I'm
to
sorry.
suggest.
That is a modified 22.
Right, 'cause
Okay,
math is
your
easy.
modified 22 shows you a very clearly bemused guard at the end of this hallway, sitting on his own uncomfortable plastic chair and just waiting on you to come to him so that he can do less of his job.
It took me a while, dude.
Meanwhile, in the main room, our continuingly yet unnamed government official is doing the Picard face palm. Disgusting, each in your own way. But somehow, you know the heroes of the Kingdom of Vesh.
Yeah, they're old friends.
They hired us.
They saved me.
They
I only
saved
met-
me too.
I only met 2 of them.
Okay, it's the life stories I never wanted.
All right, good. I'm glad we could come to that understanding.
So here's what we're going to do. We are going to let your Mary no, it couldn't be. As he looks down at Frankie Wilde
Oh no.
and then back up. We're going to let you go into the city and you can find your friends from there. I suppose I could send someone with you, but frankly, I don't feel the need to risk the life, safety, health, or sanity of any of my charges. So, yeah, enjoy.
Well,
Unlike
could you at least point us in the right direction?
fucking Dilbertram.
Yeah.
That guy is in a world of trouble.
Poor guy.
The exit is at the end of the hall. Take 2 doors past that. There's your directions. Get out.
Is that where our friends are?
Out.
Fern person, come on,
Door.
let's go, man. Like, quit messing around. Like, we gotta like.
Stenton just is
You're
walking
either
out.
with us or we're leaving you here.
Yeah, I think he wants us to go, guys.
Okay, I'm going. I'm just like I feel like I gotta. I mean, we're this guy's over there. Okay, whatever. I'm leaving.
He'll come. Look, listen, he's grown. Puts his pants on one leg at a time, just like the rest of us. He'll come.
Look
Yeah.
at that smirk.
All right. So is everybody leaving the room?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Okay, good. He says. Okay, good. Like what? Yeah. Yes. Good. You asked us to.
Yeah. Well, no, that's me as the DM saying, okay, good. I'm sorry. I'm not.
The tone in see the thing is, Dave. Like
Right.
when you say okay, good, I always read it as a bad thing.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
What? Like if I set a precedent or
'Cause that-
something?
the villainous laugh didn't help at all.
Yeah, that too. Right. Like
Right.
there's like like I don't even think you notice that you do it.
Okay, good.
God,
So
yeah.
back into it.
And it's like, listen, like all right. Every DM inspires their own version of paranoia, and yours is just I can taste it.
Now,
The worst is when he does the hee and you're like, fuck.
Yeah. Oh, you have a hand up.
Oh,
Yeah.
now is everybody walking towards the door that I am currently slunching myself over to?
Yes.
All of us are already
Should be.
leaving. Yeah.
Okay. Before everybody gets to the door, I feel like I've made my way down this hallway. And there was the soldier that's sitting
Yeah.
at the front of the door.
Yeah. You've probably, by the time everyone else gets out, you are 10 feet from the soldier
I'm 10 feet from this soldier. Wonderful.
who is just finally starting to stretch his arms out like he's getting ready to stand up and actually do something.
I pop out of the ferns, rip off the ghillie suit, and I immediately exclaim to him, "Soldier, you will drop all of your weapons and disarm yourself, as well as give me all of your said weapons and open this door for me and my friends right now."
You're the only one there.
Everybody's walking with me towards this door.
No. We've walked away from
we're
you.
already
leaving
past you.
The,
Well,
No.
another door.
So you've left the door into the hallway.
Okay.
You
we
are
are
always
at the end of the hallway towards the
Okay,
guard.
that makes more sense.
30 feet
We're
away.
behind him.
And now he's gone from being a
That's-
harmless idiot to
a
getting up
harmful
in the
idiot.
grill of a security guy. Yes. your former military organization, which this is not.
Fuck. Okay.
Are you trying to just pull rank on a random person?
Correct.
Oh my god.
Yes. And what happens when you suddenly jump out of some ferns in front of a corrections officer of any kind?
Don't
Or a law
taser me,
enforcement
bro.
officer.
He wasn't like former military. Can I roll for that?
No.
You roll for that?
No, I roll for that.
Can you roll for that?
Do you really want me rolling for that?
Yes.
What are we rolling for?
If he's former military.
Well, on a scale of 1 to 20, his former militariness is a 4, so no.
All right.
He just thinks he wanted to be military, and that's why he got a job as a guard here.
So does he follow my orders?
Obviously
Does he follow
not.
your orders? No.
He's going to
He
hurt
follows
you.
his
I
orders.
slump back into the ferns.
If you're
Well,
lucky.
you've got a couple of seconds to be slumped back into those ferns because this dude just went from 0 to 15.
15. Wow, that's high.
What's your AC?
It is 16. 16.
Okay, good, because I need to know what I'm rolling against here because he is going to club you with a billy club right over the head. And I just wanted to make sure, oh yeah, his 17 on the dice plus whatever is going to do the job. And you have 8 damage applied directly to the forehead like a thing of head on. And you are rendered unconscious.
Again.
Here's the thing.
Twice in an episode, dude.
You need to stop doing things to be rendered unconscious and work with us.
I'm unconscious while you're telling me
I
that.
know. I'm just whispering it to him.
As Stenton walks by, he picks up Chubbs, throws him over his shoulder, leaves the ferns and the ghillie suit behind,
Perfect.
and just takes Chubbs.
That is the no nonsense attitude we needed from somebody.
How heavy are these ferns?
Leave the fucking ferns.
I'm going to call it about 15. No, actually, they're ferns. 10 pounds each, including the pots. Damn it, Murph. They stand.
I don't know what my carry.
What do you about 5 feet tall? Sound about right for the ferns?
About
you
5
divide
feet
in between?
tall, yes.
Okay.
It might be too top heavy for
About
me. I
5
can't
feet
do
tall.
it.
Yeah, about
Well,
5
they're
feet
mostly bottom heavy because they're potted plants.
Oh, that's true. That's fair. Yeah.
Man, I just hope they knock some sense into that guy. I don't really understand what's his problem. Like, I mean, these are just people like doing.
It's
their
not going to
jobs.
happen. Just deal with it. You just have to get in line, kid.
Why is it even working?
You
here?
just
Like,
have to get in
I
line.
don't understand.
We work for the heroes. That's how it is.
Right? Like, okay. Do they pay you?
Sometimes.
I haven't been paid.
Shut up, Murph. I don't know what I would say to Murph, and that's probably not shut up, Murph.
I don't know how.
It's coming.
I don't know how to make this not sound indelicate, but like, how on earth do you think that they would pay you?
With the money.
Gold?
Uh-huh.
So
I feel like Stenton
this
got paid
conversation is
once.
happening as
We're
you're making
leaving.
it through the hallway,
We're fucking
through that
leaving.
door. You
Right.
make it out into another larger sort of lobby, like a police station. There's a
Does-
few desks with some sort of police-looking dudes at it, but otherwise you're going out through the precinct.
Yes.
A
The guard-
birdman, a frogman, a human, a giant, a dwarf,
Yes.
a couple halflings.
I know I'm small, but don't forget about me.
It's like you took the 2 men walked into, or
Right.
a blank walked into a place, except that you
Oh.
totally fucked up the premise of the joke.
a full orc. I forgot
Yeah.
about the full orc.
A full orc.
Yeah, Basha.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The motleyest of crews.
And the thing is, like, we're turning the rest of them loose while the 5 of us deal with shit.
Right.
More or less. So I want to skip back just a little bit. Who was the last person to leave the original waiting room?
I was trying to carry one of the ferns, but gave up, so I was probably the last.
Okay, so you would have been one of the last ones out. What is your passive perception?
9.
9. Okay, good. So you don't hear any of what
Son of
went
a-
on. In
I
the
might
room
be
after.
really smart, but I'm kind of dumb at the same time.
Well, we don't know that, but I'm going to make sure just.
Super smart, book smart, love it, no common sense.
Yeah. So all you guys know is that the government official didn't come out the same door as you did. He went out the other door of the room, and there was some sort of muttering talk going on past there, but none of you could make out what it was.
Okay, sorry. Can't be great at everything.
Right.
Oh, sorry.
Have you met Quinn?
Oh, right.
Fair. Quinn is pretty awesome.
All right.
Can't wait to meet that guy.
He's just, if you can't see him, folks, I mean, he's literally just jerking off now.
He started it.
I've met all of them.
I just went on with that.
Yeah.
Murph has never met him. Murph is excited to meet Quinn. What do you want from me?
Yeah, you're a fan.
I'm hoping to have a whole scene of myself talking to myself.
See what I mean?
I mean, you're right. That is the most
Quinn
masturbatory thing I've ever heard.
You're playing Murph, Mike. You're
I
playing
know.
Murph.
No. You know what's happening right now? Quinn is playing Mike.
Quinn is playing Mike, playing Murph.
Right. Correct.
Murph is a halfling who is very rarely seen. And so to be seen by him
I see.
would be just
The pinnacle moment of his
yes.
life.
It would be just the whipped cream
On his,
all over his
Penis.
nose.
his nose.
His nose.
Correct answer was nose, James.
Yeah, nose.
Oh.
Number one answer
Number 2 answer.
was penis.
Okay. Anyways, Dave, you were saying.
Yeah, you
All
were
right,
saying
so,
something. I'm
so
pretty
you
sure.
guys talking your nonsense have made it through the precinct here and out to the street. Now the street goes on both. Let's see, you came out of the west side of this building. The street goes north and south, but not a single one of you is familiar with Dragonport
No.
at all.
Not even a little bit.
Am I conscious again?
So you have literally been unleashed onto the streets of an unfamiliar city.
Dedu immediately takes off.
Of course he does.
Like takes off as in fly?
Straight, yeah, pretty much straight. It takes him a second. Obviously, he has to flap his wings to get up, but then, yeah, he's kind of cruising around like 1 block radius.
All right, so that is happening.
Is
And-
Chubbs awake now?
Ooh.
You know what? Chubbs is awake.
All right.
You wake up over the shoulder of
Stenton.
Stenton. You're not feeling well. You're a little sick to your stomach. I'd like a constitution check just because you've sort of just suffered a TBI, and I want to make sure you're not walking over his back.
concussed.
Goulet.
10.
He's starting to dry heave over your back as he wakes up.
I've been through worse than this. I'll survive. And I puke all over your back.
Nope, I put
No,
you
no,
down.
no. I'm calling the 10 somewhere in the middle where he's got 6 seconds of advance notice before you start barfing.
I puke wherever you put me down.
I put him down.
You put him down and he immediately starts chucking.
Yep.
Okay, is there an alleyway close to us?
No.
Is there any
natty
dark-
one on
a-
that check? There
a
are no
dark-
alleyways. It's
anything
one building
dark.
runs right into each other.
Okay. I just kind of slump along the walls,
Yeah.
very slowly behind the group.
Yeah, garbage day was 2 days ago, so there's no cans on the street.
So I'm just walking very close with my back to the walls, just shuffling along.
Wow, they pick up garbage in this world. It's advanced shit right there.
Well, this is a city with a functioning bureaucracy
That's
who's going
true.
to quarantine ships coming in. They got their sanitation down.
That's true. That's great.
What can Dedu see flying 100 feet in the air? 100.
a very
50
well
feet in
laid
the
out
air?
city. It's kind of a lot like where some of the cities you've been in are a little chaotic, or Tarantus was laid out in kind of that wheel and spoke sort of thing. This one is a straight grid, and
Okay.
it stays pretty consistent with only a few parks here and there.
Can I see the shipyard?
You can see all kinds of shipyards going north along the shore, because this is on the west coast, isn't it? I didn't look at the map
Dragonport
today.
is on the
Yeah, west.
southeastern coast.
Oh, really?
Southeast coast. Okay. So everything is laid out, grid, but tilted over like a diamond. So the streets kind of go out from there.
Okay.
But all along that, and, you guys were at sort of the most southern end of that diamond there, sort of where you guys pulled in. There's shipyards all the way to the northwest, going for several miles.
Northeast.
It's northeast. Okay. All right. I'm thinking. I was thinking the other way. Okay.
Yeah.
To the
Remember the map.
northeast.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just have it flip flopped in my
Right.
brain. There we go.
So I wouldn't be able to pick out our ship.
No, not to mention the ship that. Well, what kind of ship are you looking for?
I'd be looking for Sir Shipslot.
You'd be looking for Sir Shipslot. Oh, that is not far from where you are. It's still inside the quarantine zone.
Okay. Do I see any other interesting ships?
You see many other ships. They're all
Namely the, you know,
the what?
airship that we're working on.
Well, that wouldn't be at the harbor with the water
No,
ships.
I was just making sure that I couldn't spot that flying in the
you
current
can't.
area.
And in fact, the work on that would be taking place indoors anyway.
Oh, it's indoors now?
Like a
Okay.
dry dock, probably.
Sure.
Yeah,
sure.
Also, because you don't want to show the world that you're working on an airship.
No, the last I remember, they were just holding it up and they pulled it out of the water, like all that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't remember where exactly they had positioned it anyway.
I haven't drawn a map of this city yet, but I've got in my head a little bit of an idea.
Sure.
Now, has our ship? Can we? So we can see Sir
You can
Shipslot from
see.
where we are.
Well, he can see
can
Sir
see
Ship,
Sir Shipslot.
Sir Shipslot. You cannot see Sir
cannot see
Shipslot.
because
you're
Holy
holding
crap,
yourself
that's
up.
a tongue twister.
well, I am gonna.
Unique New York.
I am going to. Is it a cloudy night out?
It is noon.
Are there clouds in the sky?
Not many. Just a few wisps.
Just a few wisps. Okay. In
It's
whatever.
actually a pretty bright late summer day.
All right.
As
Never
we
mind.
are-
Carry on.
We're on to about September-ish right now.
Sure. Why
And,
not?
you know, a few months after the disaster in midsummer.
Right.
So we've got that. Now, which way did you guys wind up going on the street?
So do we have
Northeast.
Do we have any direction? Do we have any direct? Like
No.
we sailed here knowing that we're looking for the heroes.
Yeah.
Do we have any? Like why did we sail?
We knew that they were in Dragonport. That's what That's what Baroness Anasterian told us.
And we got no contacts here.
No, not until you find them.
Well, sorry, a representative of Baroness Anasterian told us. We were then escorted to High Rock, in which we were then put onto a ship, and then essentially shipped off here. We've just been like shuffled around.
All right.
Yeah. We're like literally on the opposite coast of where we were before.
So if we don't have a plan, do we have a plan?
Felix isn't here, so
Right. Do we have a plan?
Dr.
mean-
Who's having a great time.
I mean, I just want to like we just need to find them. We need to know anyone who knows them. I was kind of hoping we'd ask those people back there, but
They seem like dicks.
well, I'm only saying that. I mean, they were only.
You're one of us, Tabby. They seem like dicks.
Just being one of you doesn't mean I have to just agree with everything you have to say. Well, that doesn't make any sense. Thought we could have a dialogue, or at least like have a conversation. What is this? Some fascist regime? You know,
Okay.
no one's allowed to have opinions.
The second that he
Yes.
says the word fascist, Chubbs goes over to him, pulls him close right around the old, right over his shoulder, right in his ear, is now talking directly into his ear,
Into Tabby's ear.
into Tabby's ear. He
Okay.
says,
This is your first interaction with him, right?
Yes, it is.
"You listen to me here. You start saying stuff like that, you're gonna be entering a world of hurt. You listen to the man."
So wait, you a fascist too? Is that what you're saying?
Oh,
Instantly, yo, you know what? Hold on, is Stenton standing right there?
Yeah,
Stenton
is right there.
immediately stands in between the two of them. Easy, pal. Easy. The kid doesn't know what he's talking about. And he like maybe kind of pushes Tabby back a little bit.
So this is all going on right in the middle of the street in broad daylight.
Oh
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no fights don't happen here. It's Dragonport.
No,
right
it
outside of a
absolutely
police
happens.
station.
I just wanted to
made
make
it.
sure that the scene is set because
Yes.
a rather haggard but excited looking human kind of runs up. A little wide-eyed. His white hair sitting long to about his shoulders is definitely a little frizzy, a little frazzled. No, it can't. It is! Frankie Wilde, what are you doing in this city? Oh no, Frankie says. Dob. How did you find me this time, and what can I do to make you leave us alone? Now, what way is that to talk to your old manager? I got a proposition for you, Frankie, and I think you're gonna love this one. Frankie turns to the rest of you. This is our old manager, Dob Gelding. And I'm absolutely certain he's going to interfere. Ah, that is how you talk to old manager, isn't it?
Wait, hold on a second, mister. You're just gonna, I mean, we got a whole thing going on here, and you're just...
Shush, boy. There's money in this. And I don't mean the kind of adventuring money that ruffians like you normally see. We're talking show business money.
You don't know what I've seen.
Frankie, a one-night reunion show. 50,000 gold.
Oh, man, that is a lot of money.
Are you in?
I feel like Tommy grew up listening to Frankie Wilde. His
Yeah.
parents probably played it for him.
Frankie passes out at this point.
Oh, boy.
Passes out.
Yes.
Oh, my God. Like, from shock?
From a working opportunity to get back with the old band and to get paid 50,000
With the Wild Bunch.
with the Wild Bunch
Telenovela.
for a one-night only show.
I mean, I guess our heroes wouldn't mind if we just, like, took, like, a quick detour, right?
Sure. Money is money.
Has anyone actually gotten paid for their services?
I feel like Stenton got paid once.
No, it never
They didn't
actually
bring-
happened.
They didn't bring money back it was like way back.
Not ever.
They said they
It
were
has
going to
literally
handle
never
it.
happened.
They did promise it at one point, but it never actually.
Yeah.
We sleep in the basement.
Well, you could be sleeping in the penthouse if you can get our dear passed out friend Frankie in shape and on stage tomorrow night at the Torrentian Theater.
We have 24 hours to get this guy into shape?
Where do
Is this a
we
Rocky
stay?
montage?
Oh, my God. I don't know.
Chubb
Yes.
slings the unconscious Frankie over his shoulder and follows the man.
And that's where we're going to end our episode of the Hapless Heroes
Oh
for
my
tonight.
God. Oh, my God.
All right.
Now, if you like us, we can be found on the internet. We can be found in such places as Twitter at Hapless Heroes. We can be found on Reddit /r/Hapless Heroes Podcast. We have a presence on Facebook. And all of those places will direct you to the crown jewel of our social media online presence, our Discord, the best place of all to interact with us, because you can't interact with us in real life. Well, unless you're the people on Discord who also know us in real life, but, you know.
Otherwise.
I'm not trying to get you on the Discord. You're already there.
Or if you want to be a stalker, I don't know. There's something honorable to having You really got to admire someone to stalk them.
No, somebody.
Nobody ever stalks somebody that they don't like.
But it's, like,
so-
really unhealthy.
I
I
encourage
mean,
you to
it
stalk
is. I'm
me.
not encouraging it. I'm just saying.
You can
Quinn
stalk me.
accepts stalkers all the time.
I agree.
Oh, Lord.
You can
So-
stalk me if you want
Be
to.
careful what you wish for, everybody.
Just saying.
We're famous.
I'm not very.
I would encourage
I
you
don't
to
do a lot.
interact with us in a healthy fashion on our Discord. Now, if you really, really like us, you could leave us a 5-star review on the podcast service of your choice. We're on Apple, or Apple iTunes. I don't know, I'm not on iTunes. I use Android. But we can be found on Podbean and a few other places. Google Play Music, that's another one.
Yeah, literally all of the aggregators that I could possibly find.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, we're not on Spotify.
Not on Spotify. That's a tough,
Apparently,
that's a
there are
tough one
more
to get into.
hoops to jump through
There
there.
are a lot of hoops to jump through to get us on Spotify. I would love to try, but not at this time.
Now, if you really, really like us, you could donate to our Patreon, which has numerous rewards of dubious quality.
Hey, hey. I would say that it's much better quality than it ever has been before. Behind the scenes audio.
Ooh.
Hoblet's Notebook. Character sheets.
The Hoblet's Notebook is literally the definition
Yeah.
of dubious quality.
Depends on your definition of quality.
But you're still using the word
dubious.
quality.
Right. Unreleased audio, bloopers.
The bloopers are the best.
Yeah.
Like we've even had someone at a level where they can, send us a story arc to integrate into the show, which we are doing. I was actually trying to get on Tommy's voice for a second there because I was like almost like throwing the accent and all that stuff. Yeah, it's pretty cool. If you think it's worth it, like please, like it really just helps. Like all we're doing is literally just putting it all back into the show.
Yep.
It's and supporting other artists and just like kind of just being like it all goes into making this like a thing.
Who wants to take the Zach part?
Oh shoot! Does anyone have one like at the ready? Out of curiosity.
I mean, they're so freaking weird. It's like, oh, hey, does anyone feel like they're in Zach's brain right now?
It doesn't have to be in Zach's brain. It can come from
just
your weird
literally
brain.
anything.
Yeah, but every time we do one, they suck, and then Zach
I
does
don't
it,
think
and
so.
they're
We've
We've
had
done some
decent
good
ones.
ones. We've done some good ones.
I mean, we all okay. Listen, Zach
we
is
roll for
Zach
it?
is the master.
No,
of
I don't
this,
think we
but
stroll for it.
I think we should.
I think we
Really?
Yeah,
I
that's a
think
good
whoever
idea.
gets
Straight
the
D20?
Wait a minute. Are we going the highest?
Let's go
person
highest
does it,
roll.
or the lowest
Highest roll.
person
This
does
is a
it?
reward.
You
Why?
knocked my fucking 19 over.
I
What'd
nat
you get?
one.
Now it's a
I
6.
fucking nat one.
I got a 14.
I got a 6.
7.
Oh shit. And if you like us, I mean really like us,
Sally Field and the whole deal.
be the first person on Mars.
Well, that's already done.
No.
Who's
Nobody's been on
Mars?
Mars.
No, it's been done.
No one's done it.
They just didn't tell you about it.
So I guess go back in time and be the first person on Mars.
John Carter says hi.
You ever see that movie with Matt Damon?
Oh my God.
He was on Mars.
He's doing it.
I'm
He's
just
doing it.
I'm just letting you know.
Let him do it.
Okay.
Let him fucking do it.
And create the first moisture farms
Oh God.
and have them spell out the name Hapless Heroes.
On Mars.
I don't know.
On the
Mars.
sunny side of
I had
Mars.
to use that fucking word.
Again, Matt
Moisture.
Damon has already done that in the movie, which I think is titled Mars.
Well, I'm pretty
No,
sure
it's
that
called Martian.
The Martian.
Yes. The
There
The
was a-
Martian.
And he didn't spell it out in the name of our podcast, so you done fucked up, Matt Damon. I'm sorry to tell you.
Matt Damon, if you're listening,
You had one shot.
please re-edit this movie
You had
Matt
one
Damon, if
job.
you're listening,
and
the
plug this
fuck
podcast.
are you doing with your life?
You had one shot.
You
I'm
did
sorry.
one shot.
Matt Damon, if you're actually listening, let me speak to you in a language you can understand. Matt Damon! And that's where we're going to end our podcast for the night. Let's outro our cast starting from my right. We have Chubbs, played by Massimo.
That's Chubbs playing taps on his little bugle that
my
he carries
God.
around with him.
We have Stenton Crossbreeze, played by James.
This has not been fun.
We have Tabi Osermat, brought to you by Francesco.
How do I get myself out of this mess?
We have Dr. Dudu, played by John.
The weather is beautiful here.
And we've got Murph Eastlaw, played by Mike.
What a beautiful city.
My name is Dave. I've been your host and antagonist for this evening. Bye-bye now.
Hey, we love you. Bye.
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 You're pretty cool. Bye.
Put your phone down. You're gonna fall.